White here. Welcome to Think Big, Act Small in August, day 20 today. This is our 20th day of being live, 8:45 a.m. to 9 a.m. every weekday morning in August. If you're here with me, please say hello in the comments. I'd love to know you're here. I'd love to know where you're tuning in from. My name's Tristan White. I believe the world needs more great places to work, and I believe the way that we can create more great places to work is to help leaders of these service-based businesses become better leaders, become better communicators, to build their confidence and build their skill to be the best leader they can be, and ultimately create more great places to work. Throughout the month of August, we've been discussing this idea of think big, act small. Think big, act small is something that, I bumped my microphone, sorry about that. Think big, act small is one of my personal core values. It's something I believe in dearly. I think that all of us leaders have got the capacity to think big as to what could be better or different or improved in the future, and act small. Take the next logical step, a step towards that, bringing that future to life. That is the concept and the idea of think big, act small. Jeffrey is here again. I reckon that's 20 days in a row for you, Jeffrey. Really nice to have you here as always. And Carmel says, morning, 20 days and still smiling. Well done, you. Thank you. I'm going to hit my pause button just for I'm normally applauding you, Carmel, or you, Jeffrey, or some of the other members of the crew here. I pause for myself. Thank you. That's kind of you to acknowledge that. Now, this week during the Think Big, Act Small in August series, I've been talking about the idea of fear. Fear as a compass, fear as something to point us towards that we're moving in the right direction. We've been talking about what are some important things we've done to work through fear. How do we acknowledge fear? How do we manage it, make progress despite the fear, be both brave and afraid, as we learned from Brené Brown? Yesterday, I talked about how we could teach other people to consider how they can manage their own fear, because we've all got it. We've all got insecurities, we've all got worries, we've got this resistance that we put on ourselves. We've got our inner trolls, or we've got the lizard brain that loves fear, anxiety, and worry, and slows us down. Today, I want to round out the week by focusing on something positive for the week. I want to simply, us all as leaders, to take a moment to reflect on the week that's just been this. We've done 4 of the 5 days of the work week so far, and I want to ask a couple of questions and get you to reflect and consider, how have you lived this idea of think big, act small this week? Have you considered it? Have you noticed it? Have you seen it happening in your work, in your life, in someone else's work or life around you? How have you noticed someone thinking big and then acting small? That's the first question for us. Another question is, how have you moved through fear this week? How have you acknowledged it, said, I feel it, I understand that discomfort, I know there's fear there, but I'm going to push on anyway? And the third question, which you can answer any of these, is entirely up to you. This is a reflective exercise for us leaders to reflect on how the week's been, what we've done well, and what can we do even better next week. And so the third question is, what made you smile this week? What made you smile? What made you stop and think, I'm pretty pleased about that. I'm smiling. I'm grateful for whatever has happened in your life this week. And so there's a few questions, a few reflective questions to end the week. To us leaders, we're often reactively moving from one item on our list to another, busyness after busyness after busyness. Reflecting is so very, very important so that we can continue to think big and then act small. That is the idea here. So I'll raise a couple. How have I lived this think big, act small idea? Well, this live stream series, showing up, think big, act small, over and over and over, is really, really important. It's something that I live every day, and I love it. I really do love it. So that is the first thing that I feel like I've lived it by showing up over and over and over again during the week this week. So that's one thing. How have I worked through fear? Look, the COVID-19 pandemic continues to be a real impact on the business that I lead, the Physio Co. Physio Co is a healthcare business that helps seniors stay mobile, safe and happy. We visit older people in retirement villages, in aged care facilities, in their own homes across Australia. And we really can't do anywhere near as much work as we need to be doing at the moment to cover the costs, to pay the bills, to engage our team, and to serve our clients. And as the owner and CEO, that's a real worry. That's a real challenge to work through. And yet it's happening. And I just continue to forge on and do the very best I can to lead the team in a balanced kind of way. So that's one of the things that I've done this week. I don't get it right all the time, and sometimes I have good days, and sometimes I have really tough days of the unknown. But working closely with our team is so very important, and I'm so grateful to have a really tight team to work with. And then what's helped, what's made me smile this week? Look, yesterday afternoon after the workday was finished for me, Harriet and I, our 7-year-old daughter, jumped on our bikes and went for a bit of a ride. We ended up riding for about almost an hour, about almost 10 Ks. Fantastic ride around some streets. We got our exercise. It rained a bit, and there was a small little incident where Harriet sort of came off a bike on the edge of a footpath. No major damage was done. It was we got up, dusted off, and get going on our bike again. It was our bikes again, and that made me smile to get out and about, get some exercise, connect with Harry, and really do a little bit of local exploring within our 5K radius that we're allowed to be in at the moment. So there's just a few things from me that have made me smile this week, that I've moved on through some fear and embracing this think big, act small idea or approach. And so, Jeffrey, I'd love to know if there's anything on your mind that you've got to answer any of these or answer to any of these questions, and/or Carmel, anything made you smile this week? Anything that you've reflected on that the way you've lived, think big, act small, and/or how you've moved through some fear. Hey, Matt Mckeown's here. G'day, Matt. Nice to see you, mate. Welcome to Think Big, Act Small in August, day 20. We're having a day of reflection on our weeks as leaders here, Matt. What's made you smile this week? How have you embraced Think Big, Act Small? And/or what's some fear or resistance that you've worked through or challenged or moved through this week? So feel free to answer any of those questions if you're interested in sharing something with us, mate. Carmel writes, I'm working on the fear thing, trying to work out the pattern. Hey, Carmel, this is impressive. One of my therapy assistants has been displaying the think big approach by planning the next practice offer and still acting small by checking in that I am okay. That's a good team member, Carmel. That sounds very impressive. Making me smile has been enjoying our daughter's company while our son is away on school camp. Excellent. I really like that. Hey, Jeffrey, let's check out what you've written here. Jeffrey writes, I've been forging on. We had planned a weekend away, but it was cancelled, lockdown. So I've taken 3 days off. I just smiled because I ordered a skip. I was preparing for its arrival, which will lead us to clear our space, throwing out some things ahead of painting and decorating, getting rid of some stuff you don't need, Jeffrey, and getting on with creating a bit of re-energizing, refreshing. Sounds pretty good to me, Jeffrey. Thanks for sharing, mate. Well done. And I admire the forging on in tough, uncertain times. Matt Mckeown is here, and Matt writes, something made him smile, taking my team for a bushwalk morning tea yesterday. Hey, Matt, that's good. I like it, mate. Just out in the bush, a bit of fresh air, go for a bit of exercise in the middle of a challenging Sydney-based COVID-19 lockdown time, but exercise and doing something together. I really like it. Alrighty, it's 8:54 where I am. Think Big, Act Small in August is a short series. It goes from 8:45 a.m. to about 9 a.m. We're getting close to the end of this episode today. I will be back same time, same place next week. Monday and Tuesday are also days, I reckon. Let's check out, when is the 1st of September? The 1st of September is next Wednesday. So yes, next Monday and Tuesday I will be here for Think Big, Act Small in August. I won't be here every day in September like I have been in August, but I will be here for a few days. So let me just clarify when I'm going to be here in September. And maybe we might actually have an evening or later in the day live stream one day during the week during September. So stay tuned. I'm going to work on that. If you've got a preference, I'm thinking maybe Wednesday night or Thursday night might be an opportunity to come and connect and ask, get a few more people to join us. But let me know if it suits you. My name's Tristan White. You can comment on this stream in the comments below. You can send me an email, tristan@tristanwhite.com.au. If you're interested in the Next Level Leadership Guide that I've created to help leaders avoid the biggest challenges that I see in leadership of service-based businesses, the link is also below. But for the time being, I would like to see you smile for the rest of your Friday as best you can. If there's something causing some resistance, some bit of fear or inner troll, do your best to take a logical next step forward. And don't forget to live this think big, act small approach. In my experience, it really works. It really works. All right, but that's it. That is Think Big, Act Small on August day 20. Thanks for being here. Have a great day. My name is Tristan White. See you next time. Bye.